So we're recording this on Wednesday, September 17th, and DJ Lagway just threw another pick. It's his 43rd of the week. So thoughts and prayers with DJ Lagway. But before we get into all the things happened in the college football week 3, the week of week 3, whatever the hell I'm trying to say there, we need to drink some alcohol first. So I'm Matt. Below me is Danny. To the side is Al. Catty corner is Chris. Let's drink.
Cheers.
I say below me like that every time, and Al laughs every time.
I do every single time.
So there are a ton of topics I want to get to today, but I think we need to embrace the most pressing topic in college football, which is which college football coach would be the first to get called an idiot sandwich by Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen? Does anyone want to start us off here?
I mean, I'll take it. It's Lane Kiffin. So you guys aren't going to do better than that, but it's absolutely Lane Kiffin. There's nobody who knows how to cook.
Like somebody who knows how to cook.
I think the way he cooks is using Uber Eats, right? And he's like, he gets on the show. He's like, yeah. What do you want? You want me to make that? Sure. He's like, be ready in 30, 35 minutes.
I feel like
I'm under the impression that Lane Kiffin. Sorry, I'm under the impression that Lane Kiffin's the kind of guy who doesn't actually plan anything he ever eats. He's just like at places with food, or his wife is handing him something. He's never
a grazer.
Thought. Yeah, he's never thought about food. It's always being given to him by somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that I see Lane Kiffin as being one of those munchy MacGyver kind of guys, you know, like you're nice, you're stoned, you're just like, what are we going to eat? And the guy takes 3 ingredients, like pow, pow, pow. It's just like, this is amazing.
Have you seen the new Vince Vaughn commercial with the Wilson brother, Owen Wilson? And he's like, have you guys ever had pancakes with guac before? He's like, oh, we're going to do it right now. That's what you're saying. Like always finds a way to make something delicious out of nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds.
It's funny. I've seen that commercial, but I have no idea what it is because I'm always like accosted by how old those guys look in it.
It makes me sad.
I'm like, they can't be that old. They're like the same age as me. Oh, my
spoiler alert,
nomination. Yeah. My nomination is James Franklin. He looks like a guy who thinks he has a perfect recipe. And it tastes like dog shit.
Yeah. I can see James Franklin kind of sucking at the kitchen for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I feel like James Franklin's the kind of cook who is really good at all of the easy meals. Like he makes the best peanut butter and jelly ever. But anytime he has to have one of the big meals like Thanksgiving, he just blows it. So he would do terrible in a cooking competition.
He's always got to put his spin on it, and his spin is not good.
Do you think
Yes.
Dabo Sweeney's a good cook? I could argue both ways. I could see him being the guy who's smoking ribs for 12 hours. I could also see him being the guy who's Googling how to boil water.
He has a phenomenal marinade for grilled chicken, and that is it.
It's just salt and pepper?
No, it's like, I don't know, some Backwood Boys version of like a teriyaki recipe kind of thing. I bet you he makes a mean grilled chicken.
Dabo Sweeney absolutely does not know how to cook. That's women's work.
Ooh.
The Christian household, all right?
Yeah.
She does her job. Kirby Smart would be my answer, by the way. I don't think that guy has ever cooked anything.
Oh, man. Kirby's a good old boy.
He seems like a guy who survives off of M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, and Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew, because he's watching his figure.
Mountain Dew Zero.
I think for me, it's got to be Brian Kelly. I think that he would tell you that he can make the best damn Cajun dish that's out there.
Oh.
And
yeah,
and it would be worse than the dish you get at Chili's.
And he's calling the sausage andouille. He's like, I got some andouille sausage.
Andouille.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Brian. You can't even lie good.
That's fun.
Marcus Freeman would get yelled at for not using enough oil. He's like, "Oh, we can only have grilled chicken and broccoli here. No flavors."
Marcus Freeman uses
healthy
protein powder to batter his fried chicken. Fried whatever, it's just protein powder.
His
air fried. It's definitely air fried.
Yeah,
He's like, guys, I make the best cauliflower crust pizza. He's like sitting there grinding up the cauliflower by hand, ricing it. You're like, oh, Brian. Sorry, Marcus, that's too much. It's too much.
He uses like banana pudding flavored protein powder to make banana pudding. You're like, come on. Come on.
Yeah. So I want to introduce a new segment here. There's a lot of cool things that happen, and we try to get to them quickly, but I think we want to make this either a hell yeah or hell no of the weekend. Something that either really got you excited or you were really stoked for, or something that just discouraged you to high hell. So if anyone would like to start, or I can lead us off, all right? Actually, I am going to lead us off.
Go for it.
Ole Miss's Austin Simmons was a pitcher / quarterback, came into the year and was doing very okay, got hurt last week. So the odds dropped, and everyone was expecting Arkansas to upset Ole Miss, right? Got hurt last week. In comes Trinidad Chambliss. Trinidad Chambliss comes in, coming off of winning a national championship at Ferris State, and absolutely dominates the game for Ole Miss. Old Trinidad Chambliss. To Trinidad Chambliss, I say, hell yeah. Way to go.
Hell yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a name.
I could say Trinidad Chambliss all day. Trinidad Chambliss is the most southern last name, right? Like you can say it in that Chambliss like kind of accent, and it always sounds natural. Trinidad before it is a very funny juxtaposition. I like it. I'm a big fan of Trinidad Chambliss.
I really love the like smooth flow of the 3-syllable first name Trinidad into like the 2-syllable double S at the end, like Chambliss. Like, yeah.
Trinidad rolls, and Chambliss feels like marmalade on your tongue. You're just like,
yeah,
Chambliss. Anyone else have a hell yeah or hell no of the week?
So I'll do my hell yeah. I watched Disney's Night Parade, which gave me a hell yeah, and then I got stuck in line getting out of Disney after the Night Parade, which was
no.
Hell no. No, I got an even better hell yeah, hell no than that. The only sports I got to watch was when we got back to the hotel right around I think it was like 4, and I got to watch like the very end of the Chelsea game. So Moises Caicedo bagging one in. That was a big hell yeah. And then I switched over to the Canes game for Carvalho to beat us. But you know, there was some hell yeahs in the Canes, but definitely a lot of hell no's at the end of the Chelsea game.
The Canes game was just one big hell yeah. I was worried, as someone who bet them in the first half, I was really worried about the rain delay slowing the momentum there. And it wasn't a problem at all. Cristobal went and took that ass. Ass aggressively. So I love that. Anyone else have a hell yeah or
Sunshine,
hell no?
You got one?
I do. I got 2. I'll be quick now. So they're 2 hell yeses. And so during the Tennessee-Georgia game, which was a fucking barn burner.
Hell yeah, it was.
Hell yeah.
We were making margaritas, and I had to run home to grab more tequila. And it was just at a house down the street. And I fucking heard it erupt. And it made my heart like go like, you know, it made it grow 3 sizes because college football's back, baby. And everybody's excited. And a big hell yeah goes out to Josh Allen. Guy gets his nose broken on the field, goes out and gets it reset, and goes back out there to win the game. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Josh Allen.
That's a very Matt Stafford kind of toughness there. I like that.
Yeah. So, you know, you put let me set the scene. So you've got Georgia Tech kicking a game-winning field goal against Clemson as time expires. Hell yeah. And then you cap off a wonderful little Saturday like that after a Canes blowout with Texas A&M putting the dagger in Notre Dame on a last play touchdown. Yeah, that's a hell yeah. That's a double hell yeah.
I agree. Hell yeah, boys.
Ooh, a good hell no would be Notre Dame still being ranked in the top 25, 0-2.
That's like, I want to talk about Notre Dame for a second because everyone was making these assumptions that their defense was good, but I think their defense is mid because Texas A&M's offense is not like electric. Marcel Reese is a fine thrower of the ball, but I think I cannot believe the words are going to come out of my mouth. Everyone brace themselves. I think Al Golden was really important to that team. He's gone. He went to the Bengals. And I know as a Hurricanes fans, I thought that was going to shock you, but they are a completely different defense. They do not look as good without Al Golden. And I cannot believe.
You know, they say tight ends make the best defensive coordinators.
Dude, he must have been killing it for them because there's something looks off. Their offense looks okay. That defense looks step off from last year. So
didn't they have like 3 defensive linemen drafted in the first couple of rounds? That could also have something to do with it.
I'm sure. I just wanted to get the Al Golden joke in there. I was working so hard to get it there. A couple more hell yes I want to get to. Pac-12 is back. Pac-12 After Dark is back and taking that ass. If you think you're going to just go on your merry way to the Bay Area in California as an ACC team, nah, son. Boston College had a great game against Michigan State. They were a 14-point favorite going on the road to Stanford. Stanford whooped their ass, and that Stanford team sucks ass. And then Minnesota comes from the Big Ten, big old tough team, go over to Berkeley to play Cal. I cannot give Jaren Kiwa Sagapatelli any more hell yes than I've already given him. He's going to be fucking awesome when he's wearing University of Miami colors next year and they pay him $5 million a year because he cannot stay at Cal because he's too damn good. But they kicked the shit out of Minnesota. And I only watched like the first half because it was like 1 a.m. But Pac-12 After Dark is back, and hell yeah for that. I love it. I'd love to see the Pac-12 back. I want to talk quickly about the Heisman odds and how stupid people are for setting these lines early. All right, guys, I'm going to talk about these were the preseason Heisman favorites, okay? And tell me if you would even consider them for the Heisman now. Arch Manning. Heisman?
Absolutely not.
Right. Cade Klubnik from Clemson. Heisman?
No.
Garrett Nussmeier at LSU. Heisman?
More like Garrett Bustmeyer.
Hey! Yeah. Dude, that Florida LSU game is so misleading because Florida was the better team for the whole game. If DJ Lagway doesn't throw 5 interceptions, Florida probably wins that game. That LSU team for being ranked 3rd or 4th is incredibly suspect. That offense sucks. Sucks ass.
Yeah. Oh, LSU only beating Florida by 10 when Florida threw 5 picks.
And they were hilarious picks. They were – remember that guy at University of Virginia last year who would throw the funniest picks? God damn it. I'll find his name. But he threw some of the funniest picks. Lenoris Sellers is on there. I think he wouldn't be a Heisman candidate in any means. Drew Aller, does that do anything for you? I mean, maybe he's still alive, but he doesn't look good. Ty Simpson from Alabama.
I wouldn't even have known where that kid played school.
Yeah. And then Carson Beck at 20-1, right? That looks like a Heisman candidate. So I do want to talk about who you would choose to be the Heisman, because I think we can safely say outside of Carson Beck, the rest of those guys don't have it at this point, right?
There's a couple names that are suspiciously absent from your list. They both play in Columbus, and that would be Julian, quote, just saying, and Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith was like 3rd on those odds. I was just going through those quarterbacks. It's been like a Black Friday, but not like the sale.
Just conveniently taking the data and skewing it to fit your narrative.
Yeah, I am. I've learned from politics. It's been like a Black Friday, but not like the Christmas sale. It's been like we were so wrong and the market is crashing because the Heisman voters, the early Heisman predictions were so wrong. It was crazy. The new favorites now, John Mateer, old handsome ass John Mateer is the leader in the clubhouse, and Carson Beck.
Moneyline Mateer, you call him, eh?
Moneyline Mateer. We talked about his betting habits. He's one to know who's like to spread a little bit of money on Venmo. So I just thought it was shocking, and I don't know if there's anyone you guys like as a Heisman favorite right now. But
I think those are the names. I'm trying to think
Ruben
of anyone
Bain?
else on this list.
Ruben Bain is amazing. Like there are some defensive players, and I do think this may be the year for it, right? I know last year Travis Hunter technically was also defensive player, but Ruben Bain looks great. Caleb Downs for Ohio State looks amazing. That safety. He is like Ed Reed style safety. He just absolutely comes and gets it.
Have we heard anything from Ryan Williams this year or no?
Dude,
Or Dylan Raiola is another one.
Mm-hmm. He's a good one to stay alive. Yeah, that's a good point. Ryan Williams got concussed in the Florida State game, and then he didn't play in the second game. But Alabama's been rolling, and honestly, I haven't watched them play. Whoever the hell they've been playing recently.
Yeah,
they're going to pick up their schedule a little bit next week, so we'll be tuning back in. Cool. Anything else on that, or you want me to keep it moving?
Just on the DJ Lagway thing, is there ever been a good quarterback who goes by 2 initials for his first name?
CJ Beathard,
JJ McCarthy,
CJ Stroud.
That's a good one. JJ McCarthy's a good one.
Yeah.
So CJ
EJ Manuel,
one of the
best. Very good pro.
Yeah.
All right, so there are a couple because DJ made me think of the other DJ who every time somebody says DJ Lagway, I think of DJ last name I can't say.
And, I
was probably right.
We both were right.
I keep thinking he's still throwing interceptions when they talk about Lagway's interceptions.
He might be. Yeah, I always think anyone who has a 2-letter initial nickname that is something J, I always think that those are dudes whose dads were their coaches and were bullies.
I was hoping you guys would get to YA Tittle, by the way, on
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we just weren't that far down the alphabet yet.
Okay, let's play a
AJ
game.
McCarron.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna play a little rapid fire game before we get into big game or not a big game, and it's gonna be a pretty similar line. All right, I'm going to tell you some teams that are highly regarded, and you're going to tell me if they're good or bad. And we will do the equivalent if this team is bad, right? So, the other side. Okay, is Iowa State good? I know they're 4-0, but would you consider Iowa State a team that could be a playoff?
So,
yes.
I think, are they good? No. But are they bad? Also no.
They're just Iowa State?
Yeah.
I feel like they
there's
Iowa
good,
State is a
there's
special
bad,
category.
and there's Iowa State.
They should change whenever you get ranked number 18. That should just be the Iowa State placement, right? You're just ranked Iowa State. You're like, oh, we're number 18.
Honorary.
Always in the top 25, but never really mattering.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna pass this along. Sunshine. Ole Miss. Are they good?
Yes.
3-0.
I mean, 3-0. They put a whopping on Georgia State. If you listen to that episode, I was like, oh, I'm totally taking Georgia State with the points because that's too many points. But I do think they're good. I think it only showed this week when, they got in that quarterback struggle, and then like
Trinidad Chambliss.
Yes. Yeah. And they had that one guy had to come on field with he could barely walk, and he threw a touchdown pass, and he got escorted to the locker room. So
yeah,
I think that it's
football's great.
Yeah,
Danny, are we buying the ACC hype for Georgia Tech?
I mean, Georgia Tech is just being Georgia Tech, though. I mean, they're doing it a little differently, I guess, but. Yeah, they always beat teams that they're way worse than. So
they do that.
Yeah.
They're the fucking worst. I hate Georgia Tech. I hate playing Georgia Tech. They're so annoying.
I love Brent Key though. It's
future Alabama head coach.
And Haynes King. Is that it?
Yeah.
Man,
King. Yeah,
that's a really
Heisman candidate Haynes King. We talked about something that should be mentioned.
Until they lose.
He's made that team so much.
Yeah. I think Georgia Tech is good. I don't think they're any better than good, but I think they're good.
You think they could get in
Which
the
feels rude to say after I said Iowa State's not good, but I'll stand by it.
I do think that Georgia Tech is a playoff dark horse.
They're definitely getting in when they beat Miami. When they beat Miami to preserve their 2-loss season, because that is exactly what's going to happen to Georgia Tech.
When do they play Miami?
I don't know if we play Georgia Tech.
I think you avoid.
No, I think you.
Do we skip them this year? Because they beat us all the time.
Well, no, I was gonna say it's the ACC championship. It's either you or us versus them, right? I mean, I would say though they did play a good game against Carson Beck last year.
Dude, they 9 overtimes or whatever.
Yeah.
They're a tough out.
Yeah,
man.
there is no Georgia Tech on the schedule this year until.
Yeah, we played last year.
Yeah.
Let's talk Georgia Tech schedule really quick because I think it is pretty easy. I think they may have a good runway to the championship, the ACC championship, mind you. They play Temple, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. Holy. Okay, hell no of the week is Virginia Tech. They got dismantled by Old Dominion by an embarrassing. I think at one point it was 35-0. They were losing to Old Dominion, and that coach knew he was getting fired. Not Key, it's Pry. Brett Pry. Not Key. Key is good. Pry is bad. Oh, holy crap! That Virginia Tech.
Matt, just to let you know, one of my handful of plays this week is actually taking Virginia Tech.
New coach bump.
Yeah, let's call it new coach bump because I know you love that.
I do. But then they play Duke, Syracuse, NC State, Boston College, Pittsburgh, and Georgia to end the year. Georgia Tech may be making that ACC championship game.
Until Georgia, they could easy beat to go into that game. 11-0. God.
I think it's important to note that the ACC is gonna ACC at some point, so they will get an ACC loss. I don't know where it is, but let's say NC State. That feels like NC State is gonna be right there for the picking. Sunshine, is Auburn good?
Ooh, that's a good one, man. I want to say they're good, but this is their first real test. So I gotta say that I think they're good, but that's all I'll go with. You know, kind of like Al just did. Like they're good, but they're not. I'm not gonna say they're great.
Yeah, I think they're not good. I think we find out this week.
Yeah.
I think OU hangs a burger on them.
Fair enough. There are some big games to talk about with some of these teams that I want to go to in a minute. Let's 2 more. Are they good? Let's go with. Hey Al, is Vanderbilt good?
Yes,
I think they are good. They kicked the shit out of South Carolina, and it's important to note Lenora Seller did get hurt in the middle of that game, but I don't care. Diego Pavia is the fucking man.
2 months from now, this may seem silly, but I think it feels really good to say Vanderbilt is good.
They're good. That is it.
9-3 is a good year. Let's see if they can get there. Is that too rich for Vandy? It's probably too rich for Vandy.
No, I think that Vandy's the real deal as long as they have, as long as they have the, what they got going on. Whatever they're drinking, whatever's in their Kool-Aid.
Ooh, oh God, they play so many ranked teams.
Yeah.
No, they have a tough road ahead, but that isn't their about team.
Bama, LSU, Missouri, Texas, Auburn, all ranked. Then they get a break. They play Kentucky, and then they play ranked Tennessee to finish the year.
Danny,
they
what
have
were you
one
saying?
unranked opponent.
Oh, they're SEC ranked teams, so everybody in the SEC gets rankings. Until they have 5 losses, the SEC is in the top 25.
No, we'll definitely have a 5-loss top 25 SEC team. There's the best conference there is.
Maybe even a 6-loss, a 6-6.
Probably
Auburn
a playoff
would be
team.
right there.
Probably a playoff team.
Well, the one thing that the voters like more than wins is quality losses.
It's the most important metric is quality loss, for sure.
Quality loss.
They don't care about the wins, but did you lose by a respectable margin? Did you cover the spread against SEC teams?
Exactly. If you cover against SEC teams, you could go 0-13, but if you cover against 12 SEC teams, you're in the playoff.
Yep. I want to play the other side of this really quick. Okay. Are they bad? Right. Let's play the same game. Are they bad? Danny, is Texas bad?
Arch Manning is. So, you go the way of your quarterback. I would say yes. That was kind of a meh victory. What is it, Troy or something this weekend?
I forgot who they played, but UTSA.
They only beat them by. Yeah, they only beat them by like.
Or UTEP?
10 or 15
UTEP. I think he
there you
completed less than 50% of his pass attempts against a UTEP team. Something like a really bad number. He kind of sucked. I think their defense is good. He has to get right against Sam Houston State this week because if not, Florida will beat Texas.
Yeah.
I know that's a crazy thing to say about a bad Florida team, but they can beat Texas.
Wait, is the SEC gonna ACC?
Oh, they're
gonna baby. It's gonna be so good.
What's gonna happen with all the SEC teams? The best ones like 8-5, and the worst ones, 5-8.
All of them are gonna make the playoffs.
You're just gonna put all 12 in.
Yeah. It's a 12-man SEC competition.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say, Matt?
Al, is Texas bad?
I'm gonna cop out and say I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Okay.
Yeah.
Sound like a billionaire. Chris, is Texas bad?
Bad in the sense of they are certainly not the hype. Like, the number one team in the nation coming into the week one. Nah.
Let's all laugh at Texas being ranked lower than Florida State right now. if you would have put that on the card like at the beginning of the year, I'd be like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
What is Florida State ranked?
7.
Okay, that's too high.
Is Florida State good? No.
Are we are they setting us up for a 1 versus 2 Miami Florida State?
They're setting us up for you guys having back-to-back. Oh no, you're going to be in College Game Day 2 out of 3 weeks, I think is the setup here. So I think they're going to be in Miami this week. I think they are.
They are?
Yes. Yeah. It's at the Florida game this week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, which, hey, when we have a moment, bring up that game too.
Oh, we'll play big game, not a big game. Don't worry about that. That is definitely included on the roster.
All right.
But let's talk about Florida. Is Florida that bad? I'm going to start with Sunshine here.
I don't think that Florida's that bad. I think that Florida plays in the SEC. I think that they
important.
Yeah, I think that they they have a good team. I'm not going to really Billy Napier was a good coach. 2015 Alabama national championship team.
It's a good match.
Yeah. I remember that this week I read that everybody from the 2015 Alabama national championship team is a head coach.
Hell yeah. SEC
wasn't Derrick Henry on that team?
Yes. Who also
Yuli's finest.
He's a head coach of his son's little league team. So
I believe you.
Who also was on
and
the
somehow in Little League
at Alabama in 2015.
Yeah.
He was just a twinkle in his daddy's eye, but he was on staff.
Danny, is Florida bad?
I will say that Florida is not bad because nobody in the SEC is bad. The LSU game, I don't think LSU should be number 3. I don't think either of those teams are fantastic. South Florida, while they're a pretty good team, they have a really good quarterback. I'm surprised Florida couldn't put up any points, but it turns out if your quarterback really stinks, you can't put up points. So their quarterback stinks. You go the way of your quarterback, they stink.
I'm shocked by DJ Lagway's performance because I don't think he actually stinks, but something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong because their defense, from what I've watched, looks great. They look really, really good and super competitive. They kept LSU low. They kept USF low. They're causing a problem. Their offense has just been so stagnant, and it's crazy because Napier is supposed to be like a smart offensive guy, but I don't think he's a smart guy at all. I just think he's a guy who can recruit, right? Something is broken with Lagway. I hope he's injured. And there's a rumor, guys. I'm going to just put this rumor out here, right? Unauthorized rumor that this may be the last game that DJ Lagway plays this year. I'm going to put it out there.
Oh, game 4 he's going to transfer?
It's just a rumor that's floating around the ether.
Why do you have so much confidence in DJ Lagway, by the way? He's not like he has like a lot of experience. He was just a high recruit.
When I watched him, like the high school tape, it looked like Trevor Lawrence. And very rarely, like I felt so good about watching Trevor Lawrence. I'm like, that guy's going to be great in college. And DJ Lagway looked like that. And he's like the last guy I saw where I was like, whoa, this guy is like completely different than everyone else who's playing.
I couldn't help.
Well, did they show all his interceptions on the high school tape you were watching?
No, hell no, they didn't.
Because literally, he threw 9 interceptions in less than 200 attempts last year, and he's got 6 interceptions in 100 attempts this year. The dude, I don't know what proof you've ever seen that he's a good quarterback other than high school film, but
no, like he has very some of the throws in the LSU game were amazing, right? He still made some great plays, but yes, there's something just looks wrong.
Yeah, I can't help but draw like a lot of parallels between Texas and Florida. They're the same team. They're the Spider-Man meme.
They are. Texas defense is awesome. They're super good.
Like, who would win if you put Texas and Florida together? You know, I guess we'll have to wait a couple weeks to find out. But
the stoppable force versus the movable object kind of theory.
I would like high stakes bad football.
It just means more in the South.
But I think Florida's
It'll mean more.
Or they're not bad.
Yeah. I want to add to my Florida good answer. And I want to give them, it's kind of the same treatment that I give like the Kansas City Chiefs, right? They lost 2 games. One of them was to LSU that is ranked number 3. And the other was an upset to USF. I think that like it's only 2 games in. I think they're fine. They're going to be a good team. And Lagway, I don't know the rumor, but I can't wait to stop Googling it because I'm Googling
the next
it.
win is right around the corner.
Sunshine, you would make a fantastic voter. You would make a fantastic voter in the AP poll because of the way you're valuing losses.
Quality losses. To be fair, Florida only loses that game because a kid spit in another kid's face. That 15 yards was so important on 4th down.
It was.
So important. You guys want to play a big game, not a big game?
Yeah.
Big game, not a big game. All right, let's do it. Let's start off in the news. That's the sounder.
That's the sound bite. Right there.
That's it.
That's it.
We paid for that.
Okay. We're going to set a new wrinkle here. It could be good game, big game, or not a good or big game, right? Because Al made an interesting point. There's some really good games this week, but are they big games? It's an important disclaimer. I know we're adding complicated rules to a simple game. But
so either good game or big game. Or if it's not a good game or a big game, then neither good game nor big game.
Yeah.
Meadow, you're way overcomplicating the bit. It's just let's talk about the game. You're literally just like, hey, talk about the game.
I know Al fucked me up.
You don't need a third.
Find out good game versus big game versus not a good game or a big game. All right, yeah. Scratch out. Let's edit this out. Edit the whole thing. Big game,
absolutely not
a big game. Big game is not a big game. And Al, if you say good game, so help me. But I'm going to start with you, and I'm scared of the answer here. Texas Tech, number 17. Going to Salt Lake City, number 16, Utah. Both teams are undefeated. Both teams have looked pretty good. Utah has been surprisingly good. Uncle Kyle's final run. Is it a big game or not a big game?
So I'm going to say it's a big game. And it's more Texas Tech pulling the weight than Utah.
Explain that. Is it because Texas Tech, you have like high hopes for their season?
Yeah, I think they have a lot of talent. I think they're spending a lot of money on bringing in talent to Lubbock. And Utah, this is like a dying breath of a team, a lower tier team that built their brand under Uncle Kyle here, and it doesn't seem like they're able to compete money-wise. And I think it's a good little it's got a good little story to it. Big game.
Sunshine. Big game, not a big game.
That's a big game right there, Matt.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love that. You got anything else, or Dano?
Oh, it's not a big game. It's not a big game. Neither of these teams play in the SEC.
Is it a good game?
Ah, shit. You know what? Hey, it needs to be big game, good game, SEC game.
Or not an SEC good or big game.
I will say between the two schools, I know they're both undefeated, but it feels like Texas Tech is like on the rise, and Utah is kind of slipping back. So I would expect Texas Tech to be ranked higher than Utah by the end.
Little circling the drain.
I'm not gonna spoil the picks, but I do, and nobody cares about my picks, but I do kind of expect them to.
I'll just spoil. I'll wait.
Okay, so the game kicks at 9 a.m. for some reason, Pacific time, which is noon Eastern, because it's got to be in that big game noon. So,
what the fuck is that?
Just to keep that in context when you're making your decisions.
This one's a 9 a.m. kick.
Oh, that's
if you're on the West Coast. If you're here on the
9
West
a.m.
Coast, it'll be a noon kick. They're up.
9 a.m.
God,
what?
so funny to me.
In Utah is 10 a.m. in Texas Tech, right? So they got that advantage. Yeah. Plus, but the Utah kids, they wake up early. They're not out late. So
nobody's talking about this. This game kicks off at midnight in Hong Kong.
Do you not find that point funny that it's a 9 a.m. local kick?
Yeah, sure.
And it's because it's like the Fox big game of the day. You know how they always do like the Fox big
nude Saturday.
My boy, that seems like a mistake. And maybe Utah is Utah Mountain Time? It probably is.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 10 a.m. Eastern, a 10 a.m. local kick. But does that impact your big game, not a big game at all? Because I feel like big games don't kick at 10 a.m. local.
No, I think that these guys are damn near professional athletes. They'd be ready to go at 8 a.m. Somebody told them to be.
All right, so let's talk the spread. It's 3.5 to Utah, laying 3.5. So to Danny's point, it seems like it may be a juicy spot to take. I will say the plus 3.5 is minus 120. So
money line.
You're taking Texas Tech on the money line. Rice Eccles, one of the hardest places to win. Yeah, altitude, good home field.
I like it.
10 a.m. cloud.
Fun bet. Why not? Add it to the old round robin.
All right.
Something's just telling me take the over. 57.5.
I didn't even give you those numbers. 57.5.
Yeah.
Sunshine didn't even look him up. He just knew. Number came to him.
It feels like it feels like a 57.5 point line, and that feels too low.
It does.
Let's go to the SEC for the next one. It's the Jackson Arnold Bowl. Auburn, Jackson Arnold's new school, is going to Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold's old school, to face John Mateer and them boys. Money line, Mateer will be in the building. Sunshine, big game? Not a big game.
Matthew, that's an SEC matchup right there.
No.
Damn big game.
Is that a big game? Okay, good.
No.
Now I know the rules.
No, I think this is a good game. I think there's a team that might get exposed. Obviously, one team will get exposed, but this is Auburn's first real test.
Yeah, this will be the beginning of the Hugh Freeze experiment with all the money they just invested. They went into the portal trying to find a good quarterback, and they got a Jackson Arnold, and that was not what they were looking for. But that's what they got.
Yeah, they went bargain bin shopping, and
they're like,
they went home with the Jackson Arnold.
You're like, I got this Jackson Arnold. Like, okay, like it's better than what we had, right?
Yeah, I say big game, not a good game. I think Auburn gets a belt taken to them. I think.
So you are laying the 6.5.
OU's running it up.
OU's running up. Danny, big game, not a big game.
I mean, this is two long-term classic SEC teams. So yes, big game.
Yeah, this SEC was built.
This rivalry goes back a year.
Thank you for telling my jokes so much better.
The classic southeastern Oklahoma. I do agree with you, Al, though. As far as the betting is concerned, I feel like this is the time Oklahoma. Look, Brent Venables.
Mine feels right. Oklahoma fucks up all the time.
Oh, they fuck up all the time. Yeah. Auburn is like the king of calamity. Right?
I'm thinking, how long has Venables been there? 3 or 4 years?
I think this is year 3.
Yeah. So that's enough time to like get his kids in there to play his style of defense. He's got a quarterback who can actually sling it. I think things the arrow's pointing up on OU.
Oh yeah, the arrow's pointing up. All right. Every time I see John Mateer, everything goes a little bit up. You know what I'm saying? A big fan. I will be watching this game, and I do agree with you. I think the play is Oklahoma. I think is better, but they both love to fuck around. Next big game, not a big game, and I think we can all agree. Illinois going to Indiana, not a big game, right? Not a big game. The smallest game on the schedule. I just hope Andy's listening.
I want it to be a big game, but I'll just call it a good game. I think that'll be a good one. That feels like it. What time is that game kicking?
It is a 7:30.
Oh man, that's gonna get buried behind actually good games. But that's gonna be that one. I bet you that one has a fun ending.
I'm gonna say, all right. I'm gonna say this is an under the radar, like big game. I mean, reason being, we're talking about clash of Midwest Titans. No, I think the fact that Indiana is favored to win and they're ranked 10 spots behind them. It's just like, what? Like, it's got to be a big game, guys.
Yeah.
We're on upset. 19 is going to beat 9. We're on upset here.
Dana?
I want to root for Illinois here, but I think the line is about right with Indiana favored. I think the fuck's their quarterback's name? Mendoza or something? Is that it? What is his name?
Indiana's QB? I'll find it for you in a second. I can't remember.
Anyway,
Mendoza is an all-time name. That's a kick-ass name.
It is Mendoza. Good job.
It is his name. And he is he's been quite good. You know, unlike Lagway, he's thrown 9 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
Lagway? Yeah.
Smoke him through the filter.
I can't say any DJ's last name. Only Tanner. After Tanner, I can't say another DJ's last name.
She ruined it for you. She ruined all other DJs for you.
So I think this is it.
Speaking of which, Topenga's on Dancing with the Stars this season.
Shit.
I don't know if you guys are old too, but
I think this is actually a really big game. I was making the joke earlier. I'm really intrigued to see. This is like the Big Ten mid-feeders right now, right? Because you have Ohio State, Penn State ranked higher, but Illinois has been really making some noise. And you're going against Smoke 'em through the filter Signetti, and he loves to be aggressive. I think Illinois is the better team. I am going to take those points. I will go counter to what everyone says. I like Luke Altmaier too. I still think he's good. I think he's better than Mendoza. I watched Mendoza at Cal last year. That team lost to Florida State. They were one of the 2 wins that Florida State had last year. I don't think they're like
that's number 7 ranked Florida State you're talking about.
It's last year, very similar to number 127 ranked Florida State.
Yeah.
He didn't hit the transfer portal that hard.
He's
actually.
I think this is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be close. I think Illinois is not going to let Indiana do the Indiana thing.
I'm with you. I think it could be sneakily the best game of the window.
I do think it could be the best game of the window. Let's talk about the battle for the Sunshine State. We've got Florida going down to Miami. Danny, is this a big game or not a big game?
Well, it's 2 schools that are both actually in the Southeast playing. So that makes it's not a SEC game, but one of them did get blessed into the God Conference. And we are whatever the opposite of that is. So I would say that it's a big game.
Al?
Good versus evil, you know?
Depends on what you call good, right?
Yeah.
Al?
Yeah, I think it's a big game. I think like we said, I think Florida's gotten off to a rocky start, but that's a talented team. Miami, obviously, high expectations this year. I was saying to Sunshine before we started recording that like I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop when I'm watching Miami. And not just this year, just like every year, every game I watch Miami, I'm just waiting for something bad to happen. And Florida could be that. This could be the road bump that Miami faces. I think Florida, all they need is Lagway to play decent. He doesn't need to play spectacular. He just needs to play safe with the ball, and they ought to be able to hang. It's really, I don't know. I'm excited to see how Miami stacks up. It's the 5 interceptions against LSU, and only losing by 10 points that gives me pause. But hopefully Miami does to them what they did to USF last week. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a close one.
Sunshine?
I think it's a big game, Matt. And in a minute here, I'll tell you why I think it's the biggest game. But I am, like Al was referenced us talking earlier, and I'm really enjoying seeing Carson Beck, the former Georgia Bulldog, really out there doing it.
I am too.
Right.
I'm very happy for him.
Yeah. So, like I told Al, like I'm rooting. Like you can wait for that other shoe to drop. I don't think it's coming. But Al, would you like to explain why this is the biggest game of this weekend? Not just game day.
I'll leave it to you.
Okay. All right. So I'm not the best person to explain this, but this is the opportunity for Florida to do something that mine has never been done.
Right, okay. I didn't know where you were going.
So why don't you explain it then?
Okay. So if you're unaware, there's something in college football called the MacGuffin. And somebody years ago went back and they had the thought, what if the winner of every football game was treated like a championship fight, right? And so whoever won that game retained a championship belt called the MacGuffin. And they tracked the winner of every game, and so a team that goes undefeated 5 years in a row, they hold it for 5 years, they lose, that team takes over, and they tracked it all the way to the present. And it's currently held by the Miami Hurricanes, who just won it from South Florida, who had just won it the week before from the University of Florida. So what's cool is Florida lost to USF, losing the MacGuffin. The next week, USF loses it to Miami, and then the next week, Florida plays Miami. So Florida has a chance to get the MacGuffin back after just one game without it. So a little fun trivia.
The MacGuffin is in sight.
Yeah, and that's why ESPN
are you going to defend it?
Day week.
Or Florida going to get their grubby little reptile fingers on it?
Do you guys find the irony of this little trophy thing being called a MacGuffin when it's literally a nothing that's just there to advance the plot of things that we're talking about?
That's what a MacGuffin is.
And it's what makes the world great. The fact that we're dedicating – it's like scoregami. It doesn't matter. But boy, do I love the scoregami.
I think it's fun, though.
But
I'm with you. It's fun, and MacGuffins in movies can be fun too, but in books. But
they should make it a real thing. We had turnover chains for like 3 or 4 years. Shit got crazy. There was
still my Wi-Fi name.
We need
your Wi-Fi name. Turnover chain.
It's turnover chain. Password Duke Johnson.
Well, I'm now hacking your
dial-up
system.
I'm on your dial-up
so
right
I can
now.
feel your push lights.
Yeah. If only I could have real internet.
I think this is a huge game. I do think Florida, for their bullshit that they've pulled the last 2 weeks, isn't as bad as it seems. And I know Billy Napier's seat is just lava. It's just like a piece of wood floating in lava right now. But Miami's been the best team I've seen so far this year. They are, outside of Ohio State maybe, they are the most complete on offense and defense. I think the line is interesting. at 7.5. Like I would be probably prone to lean Florida because I do think Florida's defense can keep the game tight, but I think I'll probably lean the under. This 50.5 feels like
the value has long sailed on this one. I think getting Miami at a field goal or 3.5, something like that, made a lot of sense, but that number's gone. Over a touchdown is like tricky.
I think the public has seen Florida struggle and they're back in Miami, but I don't think they realize that Florida was like a better, like on expected points per play. They were a lot better than LSU last week. And I texted you guys when I was watching that game. I was like, Florida isn't bad. Like LSU is like playing so bad on offense. The 5 picks is something you can't overcome, right? And if he fucks around with Miami, he's going to have another 3 or 4 picks, right? Like it's going to be I'm going to be interested to see Florida's offensive game plan because they're just going to want to extend the game and keep their possessions as long as possible. And that Mario Cristobal loves that too, right? It's going to probably be a very boring watch, I would imagine, but I'm going to be.
It's going to be one of those, there's only like 5 possessions for each team in the game kind of deal. Like you get 3 per half. And one of them is to end it.
Yeah. 2 kneel downs. You're like, oh, great. Well, hopefully we get the ball in the next half. No, it's going to be.
I fully expect it not to be like that because it's going to be 3-3 punt, 3-3 punt. But each one of those threes is going to take 5 minutes. So you're going to get 3 possessions a quarter. It's just all going to be punts. I expect Mario to not open it up. I expect Florida to not be able to open it up and be scared to pass. So it's just going to be a lot of field position punts.
Yeah, I can see that too. I'm kind of leaning the under there. Are you going to the game, Tana?
No, it was going to cost like $1,000 to sit like at the very, very rafters, and that was before parking. So HG in 70 inches with a lazy boy and all the bush lights I could drink seems like a better option.
Sounds like a great day.
I'll smoke some ribs and I won't have to do it in a parking lot.
Yep. That sounds awesome. I think that's really it. We can pretend to like there's other big games, but those are the biggest games. Anyone have anything else they want to get off their chest before we close?
I'm just gonna say that for me, not for everybody else, but I'm watching the score against Florida State, Kent State. And if they can, right now it's 44.5, but I believe that we're still so pissed off about the way that we were treated 2 years ago. We're going to run that score up. I mean, I don't think.
What happened at Kent State 2 years ago?
No. Just like 2 years ago, we went undefeated, didn't make it anywhere. Next year, 2-10. We've got a chip on our shoulders still. But I think we find out. Like we'll see if Florida State's as solid as we think. Because we stumble a lot against soft teams. It's about our 3rd game.
Yeah. We've had a bye before this one too. 44.5. That Kent State team is really bad. I'm going to avoid it, but I'd probably take the points with Kent State and say, okay, eventually.
I would. So my thing is Norvell he's not coaching for his job anymore. I don't think you can be the coach of a top 10 team coaching for your job, but he definitely wants, after last season, he wants to make a statement with every game. Mm-hmm. So I don't see Norvell like pulling out the starters at halftime if you're only up by 30.
All right, well I'm gonna say he fucking better pull that quarterback because we lost and the NFL lost a great guy. Jordan Travis off of the fucking who were we playing that?
I want to say Abilene Christian, but that's
Abilene Christian.
No, it wasn't. I'll figure out who it was.
But I'm excited for that one. I think
I hear you. He might think more about that than trying to win games by a lot. But I still think Norvell's more likely at this point in his career to try to save face in these MAC games by winning by 50.
I think you better enjoy the defense you have this year, Sunshine, because I don't think your coordinator's staying long. I think he's going to be the next head coach at UCLA.
Oh, UCLA. Yeah, UCLA.
They wanted him the first time. They went with Deshaun Foster, and that seemed like a mistake. By the way, can we have a beverage for our fallen soldiers? Deshaun Foster, Brett Pry.
Rip.
It's been great seeing y'all. First 2 coaches fired for the year, and Jesus Christ. I love, not when it's my team, but when it's other teams that pay New Mexico and schools equivalent to that $1.5 million to come to your stadium and they just kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I think that there's nothing that makes me laugh harder. And they're like, well, they're not taking it easy on us. Like New Mexico just kept running it up on them on UCLA, and that made me laugh. It's like, have some class. It's like you paid them $1.5 million to be here. They can be an asshole. Like
Deshaun Foster getting fired is interesting. I kind of thought he was going to do well because he was pretty solid as a coordinator. But when has a running back ever been a really good head coach? Because his job is to ram his head into 300-pound men for 20 years of his, or going back to when he was 18, because he was a starter early in his college career. He finished his NFL career over 30, so that's 15 years almost.
I can't think of a good running back head coach or a running back like major coach. I think you got me.
Yeah,
I think you win.
Not
you win the game.
as a head coach. There's a famously good coordinator who didn't get a head coaching job. Oh, was he also at UCLA? Eric Bieniemy?
Eric Bieniemy was.
Or did he only interview there? Because he was OC for the Chiefs, and then I remember he interviewed at a bunch of places and nobody gave him the job. And now he's the running backs coach for the Bears.
Yeah, that's shocking. What is going on? We can unpack that another time, but something's happened there where he was like a darling. Then he interviewed for jobs and then lost a lot of credibility in the interviews.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was like taking a dump on the table kind of thing, trying to defend his territory. But
to defend the difference between Deshaun Foster and Eric Bieniemy, he had 387 career carries in the NFL, and I believe Deshaun Foster did that in one season.
Yeah, no. Deshaun Foster put in work. He put in work in the NFL. Totally different game for Deshaun Foster. All right, guys. We got nothing else for y'all. I didn't even introduce us. We're Single Leg Parlay. We have been giving you money. I think last week we gave you 64% winners. So you guys like money? Money's cool, right? So go to singlelegparlay.com, subscribe, and then we'll slide you some money right in your inbox. Not a big deal. We'll do it all discreet like. But we got Premier League plays coming up this week. Got college, got NFL. It's completely free. We just want everyone to hang out with us and get raked.
Today's Champions League plays, I don't think we posted them, but boy, were they.
Yeah, it was fun.
Dude, it was a very profitable day. I didn't lose.
I love getting.
Not
I love
for the company I work for.
I love being on the right side of an extra time goal.
Oh,
and so often is not the case, but it's nice to be on the right side.
I think Liverpool is a mid-ass team. I'm going to say it right here because they're really good from minute 1 to minute 20 and minute 85 on. They fuck around between 20 and 85, and they've given up a lead to 10-man Newcastle, to Bournemouth. Every game they played so far, they've given up a lead, and then they've had to save themselves, which clearly is a skill, or they have the ability at the end. But
yeah,
mid-ass Liverpool.
You almost think if there were enough rules regarding subs, they just put a bunch of stand-ins out there for the 60 minutes in between.
It's like they're resting.
Yeah.
I wish there weren't so many rules in soccer regarding subs. I would rather see guys out there sprinting like hockey players for 3 minutes at a time and then just running off the field to get somebody else out
soccer
there.
Shifts.
Just unlimited subs. That would be
defense
awesome.
for offense.
Describing off your rules football.
Defense for offense shifts. That would be sweet.
Exactly.
Just have 9 center backs when you're on.
They got caught mid-shift change, and it's like 3 dudes on offense, and no defenders.
Man, Byrne is leading the attack. Oh God, Newcastle, what are you gonna do?
I mean, soccer is such a game based on stamina. Maybe Liverpool has a strategy where they're going out there to try and fucking bang you in the first 20 minutes, and then they just sit back and let you tire yourself out trying to score with fucking, is it VVD back there, just bigger and stronger than everybody
I hope
else?
he was leading the attack on the shift change. Like, oh God, VVD, head of the snake right now. All right. It's been a pleasure. We will provide you some more content. Just make sure you subscribe to Single Leg Parlay. We've been doing really well there. Get all the follows there. We'll start putting out more Champions League plays as well. For Matt, Sunshine, Danny, and Al, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Over and out.